No audio, Chris. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, it looks like I have audio now. Is it working for you guys now? No audio, Chris. Yeah, no. I think I have audio now on my phone. Sorry, guys. I'm on a bit of a delay in the chat here. I think I have. It looks like I have audio now. Can hear you now. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll jump back to the main screen here. So yeah, so like last weekend, I believe it was last weekend, I hit 3k subscribers, which is pretty cool. So I thought I would, save the next live stream to do the 3k, to celebrate the 3k subs and all that. So I kind of have a stack of like watch list stuff over to the side. I kind of posted on social media I would do a kind of a Q&A, ask me anything type thing. So I have I've short few questions people sent in, but of course, as usual, guys, with my live streams, if you want to ask anything you want, just throw them in the chat there and I'll get to them. I'll probably just chat about a bunch of stuff I've watched in the meantime, and kind of wait and see if we get a couple more people on. But yeah, as always, feel free to jump into the chat, guys, and just throw in any questions that you want. Probably go about an hour as usual, and yeah, so it was kind of like, it was sort of crazy. I just want to talk a little bit about the 3k subs. It was, I kind of like set a goal at the start of the year. I wanted to try and hit 4 by the end of this year, by the end of 2021. So like 3k is kind of it's a bit crazy, a bit mind-blowing that like 3,000 people subscribe to my channel. We've actually, since then, I've hit 3.1, 3,120 something, I think it was, earlier today. Sort of concurrent with coming into the 3k, I uploaded my review of Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, which got released here over in Europe but didn't in the States. So that video has crazy views, goes like 4,000 viewers or something, so it's absolute madness. I know Leah is in the chat. Leah, I have your question. It's a great question. I'm going to answer it kind of later on in the chat. And Chris, I see you there as well, faithful Patreon supporter. Thanks for all your support, Chris. I see. Sorry, I should probably just jump over to the chat window for this, guys. This is a bit easier. Dave is here as well. Jesse and Dave are watching. Congrats on the 3k. Thanks so much, Dave. Me and Dave do the Star Trek live streams. You guys know. Dave has a fantastic channel, as does Chris as well. I highly recommend you guys check out their channels. I think probably, Chris, I think you've been doing the watch list stuff like a lot longer than me. I think I probably ended up stealing that idea from you. I feel bad now. It's crazy. Chris, congrats on the milestone. Another step closer to retirement. Yeah, Chris, we're nearly there, aren't we? I can almost give up now and become full-time YouTuber. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, me and Dave is a great channel as well. Me and Dave do the Star Trek live streams, one a month. We have Star Trek Generations is the next one. So I hope it's okay in saying, Dave, we're looking at doing Star Trek Generations for this day next week. So I would highly recommend you guys, if you want to be involved in the live chat and stuff with that stream, watch Star Trek Generations during the week coming, so as you can get involved in the chat then on the Sunday. That's going to be really cool. Yes, I love doing the Star Trek streams with Dave because it was a reason to watch all the Star Trek movies again. I haven't seen them in the longest time, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's kind of, the 3k subscribers kind of happened, and yeah, the Snyder Cut 4K and Blu-ray got released over here and didn't in the States, so that video kind of took off a little bit. I uploaded a new video today, earlier on during the day, about 3 o'clock my time, so about 5 hours ago. I'm kind of I kind of say in the video, but I'll give you guys a little kind of preview here. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I know Scorsese doesn't like these, but I got these box sets and I have them, the 3 box sets, but the 4 box sets, sorry, the 3 phases with the 4 box sets, they're over here. I've never seen them. I ran some of them in work, so I'm kind of documenting my MCU adventure as I complete each of the box sets. So that video went up earlier on. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I have a cool video coming for next Sunday as well. You guys know I'm a big fan of John Carpenter, so I done a kind of a 24-hour movie marathon, Carpenter style, or Carpenter movies that I, 4 Carpenter movies that I hadn't seen. So that's an absolute giveaway for next week's video, guys. But I will be actually. That's going to be the Patreon exclusive. Chris and Dave are in the chat there, so you guys, faithful Patreon members, you will get to see an early access to the 24-hour Carpenter movie challenge, movie marathon thing. That's going to be next Sunday's video. Leah is back. I had a problem with my tablet. I'm back. Did I miss anything? No, not much. Just me rambling on as usual. Craig is in the chat as well. Hey, Craig, thanks for checking out the live stream. Congrats on the 3K. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. So as I said, guys, just I put this up as a kind of an Ask Me Anything Q&A live stream. So I'll probably go about an hour. Any questions you want to throw in the chat, just throw them in there. I'm going to kind of go through some stuff I've watched. Sorry, guys, I keep repeating myself since the start of this, but just whatever questions you want to throw them in the chat and I'll get to them. I'm going to jump back to this thing. Dave had a great live stream last weekend with Stephanie Movie Chatter, and I was in the live the chat for that, and I was talking about Taxi Driver. I had a first time watch of Taxi Driver for me a couple of weeks back. I have about 20 things here that I've watched over the last couple of weeks, and this was, do you know what, like, I mean, it has the 5 stars here. I might lose a lot of viewers here in this live stream once I kind of give my thoughts on Taxi Driver. I think De Niro is great. Everyone talks about Jodie Foster, but I thought, like, wasn't oh my God, Sybil Shepherd. I thought Sybil Shepherd was quite good in there. And I think for me, Taxi Driver got hyped up like way too much. And I kind of watched it going like, I didn't kind of feel it was as good as everybody hyped it up it to be in my mind, if that makes sense to you guys. But this is a 35th anniversary edition, like MGM. Is it MGM? No, it's Sony. It has the kind of this gold kind of band and stuff on it. But Taxi Driver was one of the first things I watched since the last kind of watch list. But let me jump back over to the chat here because Dave is in there. What is your favorite piece of John Carpenter memorabilia? Great question, Dave. Let me jump back to the main screen here and I can grab it because it's just off shelf here. You can actually kind of see, here is my whole kind of, Halloween collection up on the shelf here. But my favorite Carpenter memorabilia piece is this one. I don't know if I've shown this before, definitely on the channel, and I don't know if I ever told the story. I ended up kind of getting this for free, which was even, which is even more brilliant. But it's this box. It's a cassette tape box set, so it's like 4 cassette tapes are in here, and they're probably going to be really difficult to come out, but yeah, they won't come out. But it's basically Lost Teams 2, Anthology and Halloween 2018, the kind of soundtracks on cassette tape. So it has like John Carpenter up the top there, and it's like it has there's the list of albums on this side, and then it has the 2018 Michael Myers mask here. But if you flip it around, there's John, there's the master himself, and it's signed, as you can see, signed John Carpenter cassette tape box set, and I got it for free. It's my most prized possession, Dave. That's my favorite Carpenter memorabilia piece. I have some cool stuff, like, as you guys will be aware of, all the vinyl and I'll buy anything Carpenter. But that's the one Carpenter signed kind of piece I have, the cassette tape box set. So let me put that back up where it came from. It has it's kind of awkward to kind of display. I have it in the corner because it blocks some of the Blu-rays and stuff, and I don't like that. It kind of annoys me when it blocks some of the stuff. But great question, Dave. Thanks. As I said, any questions, guys, jump in the chat there and I'll answer them. Actually, next one up, I grabbed this in the Arrow sale. It was a first time watch for me. Before I jump onto that, I see Chris is saying something about Taxi Driver there in the chat. Taxi Driver is not my top ranking of Scorsese films, more of a cinematic performance milestone. Yeah, I would say so, Chris. Like, I was actually kind of thinking a while ago, I wasn't aware of, like, did I have a lot of Scorsese stuff? And I actually have quite a bunch of his stuff. I really like Casino, is one of my favorite Scorseses. But yeah, definitely Taxi Driver. I think you kind of get the really cool kind of I guess like the gritty kind of 70s New York kind of feel to it as well, and in the way it was shot and stuff like that. It's really great like that, but I don't think it didn't live up to what people had built it up to in my mind, if that makes sense. But yeah, thanks for jumping in there, Chris. I'm gonna jump on the next one, guys. Next one I watched, I got this in the Arrow sale. It's Pam Grier Coffee. I got a bunch of the Pam Grier blaxploitation movies. This is directed by Jack Hill. This was a crazy movie. Nobody f's with coffee. Absolute madness this thing was. I wanted to watch a few of them together, and then I ended up kind of going off on other things. But yeah, Coffee with Pam Grier was the next one up. Yeah, jump in, guys. Have you seen Coffee? What do you think? Definitely crazy. Pam Grier is nobody to be messed with, for sure. In that one, I gotta jump back over to the chat, guys, because I see Craig is saying, Indiana Jones, will they sell 4K individual releases? I don't know, Craig. Maybe, because they done that with I'm gonna mess up my thing here, but if I tilt this back up, there's this Star Wars 4K Skywalker Saga. I bought this box set because I didn't actually have any Star Wars on Blu-ray. All my Star Wars was DVD, so that box set came out and I was kind of like, this is my chance to kind of, I'll grab everything in one go. But then I did think that I think they released the individual 9 movies with slipcovers and stuff. So yeah, I would say they'll probably eventually do the same with Indiana Jones. They'll probably try and shift the box set first, and then they'll go with the individual releases. If I'm correct in saying that, I think that Skywalker Saga came out first, and then maybe a week or two later the individuals. I could be wrong. I don't know, because I wasn't looking for the individual releases at the time. Dave is saying Casino is brilliant. Yeah, I really love Casino. I like Casino over Goodfellas. I know a lot of people like Goodfellas as well. But I just preferred Casino. Goodfellas was another one of those ones where everybody kind of hyped it up, and then again I saw it, I was kind of like, I don't know. I really liked Casino. Yeah. Forgotten World of Movies, thanks for checking out the live stream. Underrated movies by your favorite director. This actually, yeah, let me grab this one here. I don't know, Chris is still in the chat there. I don't know if you mentioned this to me, Chris, or if it was Luke, Razor Wire Reviews, Luke. This is actually upcoming in my video next Sunday. The 24-hour movie challenge, John Carpenter. So I watched 4 Carpenter movies within 24 hours while I'm trying to do all this other stuff over the weekend. And I watched 3 movies I hadn't seen, and 1 movie I had seen before. So one of the movies I hadn't seen, and I know a lot of people said you'll really love it, and I thought it's great and no one talks about, is Starman. I think this is really underrated Carpenter movie, because you wouldn't really expect this to be a John Carpenter movie. You know, he's mostly associated with horror and stuff like that. But Starman was fantastic. Like, Jeff Bridges is brilliant, and Karen Allen is really, really great in there as well. And there's a bunch of other people, like, who else is in this? Charles Martin Smith, Dave Jekyll. There's a bunch more people in this, and I don't know that their names are listed in the back, but yeah, I really love this. This is a great movie. This is the Scream Factory that I imported from the States. So Forgotten World of Movies, that would be an unrated movie by my favorite director, John Carpenter, just purely because I don't see a lot of people talking about it. So yeah, I'd go Starman on that one. Jump back over to the chat real quick. Movie Rookie, thanks for checking out the stream, I really appreciate it. Is there any film or films that you wouldn't touch with a barge pole which has been passed by the BBFC? I really like the channel. Thanks, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Movies I wouldn't touch with a barge pole passed by the BBFC. I don't know about like stuff that has been passed. I know like the video nasty stuff. I'm not like I keep looking up off camera, guys, but I'm looking up at my my DVD shelf that goes, if I kind of mess with the camera again, I have this DVD shelf, like, and that's the ceiling, so this goes like all around the room, which you guys would have seen in the room tour and stuff. But I'm looking up over there because I have Zombie Flesh Eaters and Zombie Holocaust. I don't know, like, I bought them and I watched them and don't know that I care to see them again. Does that kind of make sense? I hope that that answers the question. I wouldn't say I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole. I probably would watch them again, like if I needed to, if I was doing something for a video, or if I kind of felt like I wanted to watch them. But a lot of that video nasty stuff, I don't know that I care for that kind of extreme horror stuff. If that makes sense. Hopefully that answers your question. Forgotten World Media, Coffee is brilliant, and Chris as well. Coffee is incredible. In my shortlist of all-time favorite films. Watched The Arrow release 3 times back to back. Wow, Chris, back to back. I don't know if I could do back to back. I kind of watch and then I'm kind of out. I sometimes I don't with the director's commentaries and stuff. I can't watch them back to back because I've only seen the movie. I kind of watch after the fact. Euphoria Pictures, Keith. Hey Keith, man, thanks for checking out the stream, guys. Keith, Euphoria Pictures has a brilliant channel. If you want to check out somebody who collects like any and every like bust and special edition box set, check out Keith, Euphoria Pictures. He has a fantastic channel, fellow Irishman as well, so always great to see another Irishman on YouTube. Hey Rob, congrats on the 3,000 subs. Thanks Keith, I really appreciate it. Very well deserved. Love your channel. I was always meant to ask you before, where in Ireland do you live? I'm in Dublin, Keith, up in Dublin. Stuck in the middle. I think you're down the country somewhere, aren't you? You're not Dublin as far as I know. But yeah, thanks for jumping in, Keith. Any questions, just throw them in, guys. Is that how you pronounce your channel name? Hopefully it is. Hey man, big fan. I'd love to see some recommendations or review videos or books about film or specific movies. I like your Back to the Future visual guide review. Either way, keep up the great content. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it. I did do a lot of like book stuff. I was getting, basically anything that people kind of say they'll send to me, I'll take a look at that I think is sort of relevant to the channel and stuff. So the Back to the Future one was a great one. Another one, it's like my bookshelves are right over here, guys, so hang on, I'll grab this one. I did review this on the channel way back at the start, but this like absolute giant, like behemoth of a book is Batman: The Definitive History of the Dark Knight in Comics, Film and Beyond. So I mean, this is a fantastic book. It deals with the early kind of Batman stuff, and you kind of get these fold-outs like the Back to the Future book. You kind of deal with the comics, and then it deals with the 60s TV show, which I kind of can't find at the moment. You get into, there's the 89, Burton. It deals with all the movies, and like I don't know if video games and stuff is covered, but that's another book that I have reviewed and I would recommend. Another Batman one I reviewed a while ago was sorry, I meant to pulling out the wrong one. Batman the Animated Series. This is like Phantom City Creative. They kind of created like artwork and movie posters for some of the Batman Animated Series episodes and stuff. I think I covered Ghostbusters art book on the channel as well. Another book I would have to recommend would be On Set with John Carpenter. This is photographs by Kim Gottlieb Walker. This is a fantastic book. Brilliant behind the scenes pictures. Like there's Harry Dean Stanton and Donald Pleasance, Lee Van Cleef. Who else have we got there? There's Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's the man. And that's all Escape. I'm trying to remember what movies are covered in here. It's basically from Halloween up to maybe Escape to New York. This is Kim Gottlieb Walker here, is it? No, that's Jamie Lee Curtis, sorry. I thought there was a picture of Kim in this book. Kim was like friends with all those, Carpenter and all those guys, and was the kind of behind the scenes photographer. They're like a bunch of books I would recommend. Again, hopefully that answers your question. I know I talked about a lot of those on the channel, so you'll be able to like check out the videos of those if you want to. Forgotten World, Starman is superb. Yeah, Starman is awesome. Really like it. Also, have you got a letterbox? Would love to follow and hear your thoughts on things there. No, I don't have a letterbox, guys. I don't know. I just kind of feel like letterbox is like another thing I would need to do. Like at the moment, I am like I just see some like stutter in the stream there and stuff. Sorry guys. I don't have I don't have a letterbox just because it's another thing to look after, and I just, you know, like I have YouTube here, and I have like Patreon and YouTube memberships now as well, and I have like Instagram. I'm big on Instagram, Twitter. I don't mean I'm big on Instagram. I'm big into Instagram and posting stuff, and like, you know, reels and all that kind of thing is cool over there. Like Twitter, I don't know. I'm not like big into using Twitter. I use it, and I kind of just use it to post about my videos and stuff, and I kind of chat with a couple of like Dave and like people like that are on there. And Vanessa and those kind of people that I, you know, the friends I've made through YouTube. So no, I'm not on Letterboxd. I don't kind of have any plans to jump on there, but if I do, I'll let you guys know for sure. What else was there in the chat there? Did you like Army of the Dead, or better yet, how much did you dislike it? CF Billy, thanks for checking out the stream. Army of the Dead is in my list. I'm talking about stuff I have watched. I will get to it later on in the stream there. I've heard there's a big behind the scenes book coming on Escape from New York for Bill and Planet. Do you think we really dig it? I don't know if you checked it out. Yes. I have a kind of a story about that. I tried to, if I'm correct in saying this, the company that's doing it has done a book on The Thing, I think, and I tried to get a review copy, but they won't ship one to Ireland, so I'll have to kind of wait and just buy it. But yeah, anything to do with that I will do. Yeah, I say, guys, just keep jumping in. Any questions you have, throw them in there. I'm gonna keep talking about stuff I've watched at the same time while you guys are throwing some questions in there. But yeah, throw them in there. Next one up, I watched, I think I picked this up last month. This is hilarious, guys. This Is the End. Have you guys seen this? I love this movie. It's so funny. Like, look at the cast in this, guys. Like James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Michael Cera, and Emma Watson. I love this. Danny McBride is hilarious in this, guys. I absolutely love this. You know, about the end of the world, and they're all like playing themselves. I really like that. You know, I guess probably kind of over the top kind of things of themselves, but yeah, This Is the End is hilarious. This is a Region A import, but yeah, if you haven't watched it, this is a super cool funny thing, because I wasn't the biggest Danny McBride fan, I would say, guys, and then he's so funny. Other Danny McBride stuff I would recommend, guys, if you want to check out, like, obviously because Danny McBride was involved in Halloween 2018, I would recommend checking out Voice Principles and Righteous Gemstones. Really, really cool. I'm gonna jump back to the chat, guys. I'm seeing an error message here. YouTube is not maintaining a smooth stream. Everything's still okay for you guys? I mean, the chat and all is still working for me, so hopefully it's still it's working away there. Keith, Euphoria, I know you're into vinyl. Would love to know what your prized possession is when it comes to vinyl. Navin, oh, you're not too far away, Keith. Navin, prized vinyl possession. I would show it, Keith, but it's in the other room, what I call the office. All my vinyl and my kind of stereo setup is in there. I have the Death Waltz records, the Halloween 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Is it? No, it's 1 to 5. The box set, you know, the hard box set, and the individual 5 albums. That's pretty cool. My sister got me I really like Pearl Jam, big Pearl Jam fan, so I have a cool Pearl Jam vinyl kind of box set thing that my sister got me for my birthday last year. But yeah, I did do a vinyl collection video, Keith. It's somewhere on the channel, probably from last year, if you want to check that out. Billy saying, "Oh, good." Yeah, sorry, I don't know what that error is. I'm just kind of seeing like there's an error here. I don't know. YouTube live streams, anything can happen. Where was I here on the chat, guys? Sorry. Behind the scenes book on Escape from New York. Oh yeah, sorry, I talked about that. Like, Forgotten World of Movies. Thoughts on Day Live? Day Live is fantastic. It's right here behind me. It's I got this one. Sorry, I'll jump back to the main screen here so you guys see a bit bigger. Yeah, this is the 4K Studio Canal, the kind of this box set kind of one. There's some really nice, oh god, there's a 4K disc, a Blu-ray of the movie, a Blu-ray bonus disc, the soundtrack, and there's postcards and a kind of a mini movie poster. I I did a 4K review of this on the channel. If you want to, Forgotten World, if you want to check out, because it kind of, probably what I'm going to say is would be a repeat of that video. I love They Live. I'm a big fan of like WWF, WWE since I was a kid. Roddy Piper is awesome. The movie is great up until, you know, the epic street fight between the two of them. And I just kind of feel like I'm spent after the fight, and then the whole end of the movie, I'm just kind of like, oh, whatever. You know, everything was awesome up to the fight. So, yeah, I do like They Live, but I kind of feel like it loses me after the fight. Just, I think I kind of compared it to a wrestling, like a WrestleMania, when it's after the big Undertaker match or whatever. And the crowd are just kind of like, they're spent. They need a break. That's what I kind of compare that to. Craig is saying, Dick Tracy, the 90s movies has such great colour. Do you see it coming on 4K? Craig, you know, it's on my list of stuff to buy for the longest time. I really need to get a hold of it. I went to import it from the States through Amazon US, and it was just a crazy price, you know, because I have to pay import and stuff to get to here to Ireland, because, you know, the UK Amazon is like is kind of, you know, they're starting to charge import and stuff, so I'm not too sure, but yeah, definitely would look good in 4K if the restoration was done properly. And you guys know I have that mad video on 4K restorations and stuff, so that's on the channel kind of explaining that. So yeah, if it was done properly, it would really look good in 4K. Dick Tracy, yeah, really would. Madonna's in there as well, of course, isn't she? And Warren Beatty, so that's cool. Wolfman's got nerds in the chat. Hey Barry, thanks for checking out the stream. Guys, I recently did a guest spot on Barry's channel, Wolfman's Got Nerds. Check his awesome channel. Anything you need to know about Halloween, Barry is the man. He has all your stuff. There's a lot of cool horror stuff, so check it out. I was a guest on his movie corner recently. I posted it up on the community tab, so do check it out. And Barry's been on the movie collection here with me as well. Big fan of Carpenter. Are you kidding? I like Jay Baruchel. My question relates to him. Have you seen Undeclared, the show after Freaks and Geeks? No, Barry, I haven't seen Freaks and Geeks either. See, I'm terrible with some stuff like that. Like, there's some stuff I just haven't seen at all. So I'll add them to my list, Barry, to check out. Dave is saying video was a bit choppy from time to time. Chris is saying the same. Stream is stuttering. The message is gone now, so hopefully it's working. Sorry guys, I just, like, you know, the internet is terrible here sometimes. I disconnected my phone from the Wi-Fi, so hopefully the error is gone, so it seems to be back working again. Forgotten World, yeah, Eastbound and Down. Oh man, how could I forget Eastbound and Down? That is hilarious. My friend Dave, who I worked in the cinema with years ago, recommended Eastbound and Down to me, so shout out to Dave on that. Yeah, Eastbound and Down is awesome. I think that was probably my first kind of coming across Danny McBride, but yeah, Eastbound and Down. Man, I'm bummed I forgot about that. I don't actually have that on physical media. That's something I need to kind of buy as well. What are we? Sorry, where are we in the chat, guys? Sorry, I'm losing my place here. Billy, CF Billy, are you into westerns? Also, favorite westerns? I don't have a lot of westerns. Billy, I would say. I'm trying to. Actually, it's over here. Give me 1 second. I'll grab it for you. I don't have this on Blu-ray, guys. It's another, you know, needs to be upgraded, but this is an old 2-disc special collector's edition Paramount of Once Upon a Time in the West. This would be my favorite western. Awesome movie. Sergio Leone obviously directs. Henry Fonda, Claudia Cardinale, Jason Robards. Man, the cast is like unreal on this. Like who else is listed on the back here? Gabriel Fretz, Woody Strode, Jack Elam. Yeah, it's like, it's never ending. It's really, I love this packaging. Do you remember these old kind of cardboardy, you know, with the slip, and then you'd open it and you'd get the cardboard, one of these majigs. They don't do those with Blu-ray. So this is why I keep a lot of DVDs, guys. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in the West would be my favorite western. I have like Good, Bad and the Ugly and stuff like that. Like, would you guys, like, would you count like Young Guns and stuff like that? Young Guns was something I was super into as a kid. I have the Blu-ray, the first one. Then stuff like trying to finding my A to Z, guys. Like newer stuff like Bone Tomahawk. Would you consider that like a modern kind of Western? I kind of would. Bone Tomahawk is awesome as well. Let me jump back into the chat again. V for Victory 66. Congrats on the 3K. I really enjoy your channel. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Really awesome. Wolfman, stream back to normal now. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I've never seen anything like that at all. That's crazy. Because we have pretty fast broadband here at home, so I don't know what that is. Well, picking the best Western ever made is a solid pass. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, I really do. I really like Once Upon a Time in the West. Again, keep the questions coming, guys. This is awesome. I really appreciate you guys checking out the stream. I need to take a sip of Coke and have a quick break. Next one up, a bunch more that I watched. Actually, I can speak to you guys a little bit about this. This was a solid purchase, this one. John Hughes 5-movie collection. I bought this, and the only movie, would you believe, like I was saying to Barry Wolfman's Got Nerds there, I haven't seen the Jay Baruchel stuff, but Jesus, like I bought this because I was thinking like 5 John Hughes movies, awesome. I've only seen Ferris Bueller, and you know, I sometimes say these things out loud and get kind of abuse in the comments, but this was a fantastic box set. I spoke about Planes, Trains and Automobiles I think already on the last stream. If I didn't, it was the first time watching. It's brilliant, hilarious. Ferris Bueller's Day Off I rewatched. I had it on DVD, so I was able to take the DVD out of the collection because upgraded to the Blu-ray in this. She's Having a Baby was another one I watched in there. That's like an early one with Kevin Bacon. It was okay. It wasn't, I would say maybe if I disliked anything out of this box set, it would probably be that. What was the next one then? Pretty in Pink. I really enjoyed Pretty in Pink, Molly Ringwald. I thought that was really good. It was pretty cool. Who was the other cast members in Pretty in Pink I wanted to talk about? Jesus, Harry Dean Stanton. Yeah, I was just talking about him in the Carpenter book there. Harry Dean Stanton is in it. Annie Potts out of Ghostbusters as well is in Pretty in Pink. And then Some Kind of Wonderful. My friend Colin recommended that to me. That was really cool. Where is it on the front? Here it is. Leah Thompson. We were talking about Back to the Future earlier. Leah Thompson now Back to the Future is in it. Eric Stoltz, another Back to the Future connection. Mary Stuart Masterson. So this was a solid pickup, guys. I really enjoyed all these movies. She's Having a Baby, not so much, but yeah, that was another bunch of stuff that I kind of recently watched. A recent horror rewatch for me was Get Out, Jordan Peele's Get Out. I grabbed this at Christmas in work before you guys know I work in the DVD in the bookshop, in the cinema. And I grabbed this at Christmas. I had seen it, when it came out, and I didn't have it in the collection, so I grabbed this in Us, and I rewatched it, and I love it as much as the first time I watched it. This was an awesome movie, guys. Jordan Peele. What was the guy's name? Daniel Kaluuya, I think that's how you pronounce it. Get Out was awesome horror movie, must have in your collection. Let's jump back over to the chat because I see a bunch of stuff going on again. Billy, love Bone Tomahawk. Yeah, big Kurt Russell fan, so I really enjoyed it. Northern Lights, don't you have Lonesome Dove, the TV series? It goes for an outrageous price. No, I don't. That's it. Lonesome Dove. That's funny. Northern Lights, because there's a cool. You all you guys know. I like the wrestling. Watched wrestling since I was a little kid, and Bret Hart is one of my favorite wrestlers since I was a kid. And excuse me, Bret Hart is in Lonesome Dove, wasn't he? Or he was in was there like a TV movie, or there was a version of Lonesome Dove like that he was in? No, I don't have it at all in the collection. I'd say it goes for an outrageous price. There's a lot of stuff, guys. I've been looking on eBay recently. It's just absolute madness. V for Victory 66. I got that John Hughes collection. Yeah, awesome addition to your collection. I really enjoyed it. No issues with the transfers or anything like that. Like really good addition to the collection. Keith Euphoria Pictures, what's your Holy Grail item in your collection, and what would you love to have in your collection? I'll jump back to the main one here, Keith. It's right up above me here, the Halloween, the Scream Factory Deluxe. I think, did you say before, Keith, on your channel you missed out on that one? Because I kind of had a similar story. I missed out on this Halloween one when it came out, but I got it on eBay for like €150 delivered. And then I was able to grab you can see the Friday the 13th, the Scream Show Factory one as well. So I have them kind of side by side. But yeah, I'd say this one, Keith, just because it's so hard to get a hold of now. And I actually, would you believe, like I bought it and then didn't kind of realize at the time it was region A. So I had to buy a multi-region player. Which was crazy, but now I'm able to kind of import the US stuff. Something I would Holy Grail that I would love to have in your collection. I have been collecting Laserdiscs, Keith, for a while. I have a working Laserdisc player. I think I have about 20. I would love Halloween on Laserdisc. There I think there's a Criterion Halloween Laserdisc, if I'm correct in saying that. But anytime I try to pick it up, it's like €100 or more. It's just I just refuse to pay that for like a Laserdisc. That's, you know what I mean. That's like dead technology. That's just a bit much. But they would be my two kind of definitely the Halloween box, and that's the kind of that's kind of one of my prized. I was shown the John Carpenter signed cassette tape box set earlier that Dave was showing. That would be like a Carpenter piece. But like Halloween, like, Blu-ray DVD stuff, yeah, definitely that Halloween box set, just as I said, just because it's hard to kind of get a hold of again. What I also want to do, guys, before I jump back into these questions, I had posted on social media earlier in the week. A couple of people sent in some questions, so I don't want to miss out on them. So I know Leah is watching since the start. Leah is a big supporter of the channel. Thanks so much, Leah, for always watching and stuff. So she sent in a question through social media, and it was like, what was your idea to start this YouTube channel? So this is a really cool question. So basically, all you guys know, I've worked as a projectionist for a very long time in cinema, and I love film, and you guys know all that as well. And you're into all that stuff the same as me. I also kind of I don't know if you guys are aware, but I've made a couple of documentaries. I start making wrestling documentaries, like independent stuff. I would like fly the wrestlers over here to Ireland. We would kind of film, the interview stuff, the kind of life story kind of part, and then I would, put B-roll stuff in, matches and photographs and stuff, and I would like make the DVDs and Blu-rays and kind of sell them on. I had a website and stuff, and then I had like a videography business for like 8 years that I kind of closed down about 2 years ago. So I just really like making videos and like filmmaking stuff. I mean, you guys, everybody here in the chat, like I always see you guys commenting on the videos. You watch the stuff, so you see. So like the likes of the 5-day Kurt Russell marathon thing. If you watch those kind of videos where they're kind of I kind of feel like I don't really know what to call it, but I kind of feel like they're a little bit vlog style, and I kind of, I'm starting to add in like music and kind of sound effects stuff and like B-roll, all that kind of stuff. So that's like, I want to kind of do a bit more of that. So you'll see with next Sunday's video, the 24-hour Carpenter thing, that's in the same style as the Kurt Russell thing. So yeah, so I'm just into to kind of get back to Leah's question. That's kind of how I started it, Leah. I just wanted to kind of share my movie collection, and I like making videos, and I was just like, I can combine the two and it can be fun. So that's kind of like the story of how I started the channel. Another question that was sent in social media, Jordan sent in, I think through YouTube, am I planning on doing a John Carpenter ranking video? Yes, I have been thinking, and as I said, next Sunday's video, the Carpenter Marathon. So now I've seen all of Carpenter's movies, so if you guys would like to see that, I will rank all of Carpenter's movies. Cause, I do the kind of movie franchise ranking videos. There's some more of those coming soon. Vanessa sent in another question as well. Thanks, Vanessa, if you're watching after this. So this was oh man, this question, guys. Vanessa said, how much do you think you've spent on your collection so far? So I kind of want to make another video about this, but I've kind of signed up to a collection app on my phone, where you can scan the barcodes and stuff. So I'll talk about that again in another video, because I want to kind of review that kind of what would you say, like platform or app or whatever that it is. But basically, not counting DVD or stuff like that, I have 2,137 movies, and I kind of averaged, if I spent about €15 on each one, I've probably spent about €32,000 on this collection, which is kind of madness to say, isn't it, guys? Like, geez, that's absolute madness. But yeah, so they were 3 questions, guys, that I got from earlier on in the week, so I just wanted to make sure I answered those. I will jump back over to the chat to you guys here. Blues in boxes, thanks for checking out the stream. Can you remember what the first film you projected was? Oh geez, the first film I projected that I ran, I don't think I would remember the first film I ran. I know the first film I ever made up on my own, you know, like you would stand at the bench and wind the reels, was the B horror movie classic that is Eight-Legged Freaks with David Arquette. That was the first movie I was able to make up on my own, where the chief projectionist wasn't kind of, you know, making it with me or watching over me and stuff. So yeah, that was the first one I made up. First one I ever projected, geez, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't even remember what that was. Northern Lights, yeah, he was in the series. Oh yeah, Bret Hart, the Lonesome Dove. Yeah, that's cool. Matthew H, thanks Matthew for checking out the stream. Transformers 86 4K Blu-ray coming in the UK. Love your videos. Yes, Matthew, awesome. I have an old, I'm not going to jump off camera because it's way over there, but I have an old like tin can DVD of Transformers 86. I loved Transformers. I'm a big Transformers fan. All of my Transformers stuff is over in the other side of the room, so I don't want to jump off again to get it. But yeah, that's awesome. It's coming out right around my birthday, at the start of August, so that's definitely like I'm gonna be buying that one for sure. Transformers 86. What a soundtrack as well to that one. It's awesome. 80s-tastic. Matthew H, best TV watch films you use. I don't really know what sorry, I didn't really get that. Best TV. The best TV to watch films that I use. I have an LG 4K TV. I know a couple of people asked me about that before. Would I do a video kind of talking about my setup? I don't know if that's something you guys would want to see, but I'll do it if you guys want. Jump in and let me know. CF Billy, I'll keep forwarding questions, no problem. I'm still on the fence on the Zatoichi. Zatoichi, I think that's how you pronounce that, set from Criterion. Do you have it? Is it a must buy? I don't, Billy. Do you know what, Criterion, man? I'm kind of like, I had to just like stop with the Criterion, because I'm gonna mess with the camera again, guys. If I go up onto this shelf, you will see I never get my sides right. I have the Fellini box set. The Fellini box set and the Bergman box set. I kind of felt like these were things I needed to have in my collection. I bought them. Bergman I got at a good price, I will say. Fellini I paid full price for when it came out. I haven't watched them yet. I do want to watch them. I do plan on watching them, but I kind of feel like they were a peer pressure buy. I saw everyone else on YouTube buying them, and I kind of felt like, oh man, I need these things, and I bought them. So with Criterion nowadays, Billy, I'm quite picky with what I'm going to buy and what I'm not going to buy, for sure. Jump back over to the chat screen here, guys. Sorry, Keith Euphoria. Yeah, I missed out on the Halloween box set. I know I'll get it sometime in the future. Yeah, that's it. You know, I mean, Keith, geez, you know, Keith. Patience is the key to a lot of stuff, especially getting it after the fact. It's those like steel books that you had, man, awesome. I completely forgot about those until you had shown them, so I know I got the DVD ones, but still pretty cool to have. Leah, thanks so much. Yeah, no problems, Leah. Thanks for sending your question. Mondo Bizarro is in the chat there. Mondo is my one of my YouTube membership members. Is that how you like say that? I don't even know if that's the right way of saying it. Congrats on the 3K subs. Thanks, really appreciate it. Thanks for checking out the stream. Will you be picking up June on 4K? I don't know, Mondo. June, I got to make up a 70mm print of June in half make up a print of June on 70mm in work last year. We ran it, and I've never seen it. I don't know that it looks like something I'd be super into, but I know some people have recommended it, so I'm not too sure. Maybe I should check it out. That's an Arrow release, isn't it? June 4K. The problem is, like, I've so many pre-orders at the moment going on. It's just I had to just stop, guys, with the pre-orders. Just so many. Forgotten World. Is there a film that you couldn't finish watching, i.e., it was too scary, disturbing? No, I would always. I like the horror stuff. Forgotten World. I don't think there's anything I've ever turned off. Like, there's some like movies. Like, I remember, like, we were talking earlier about Taxi Driver and kind of not living up to the hype. I remember watching Exorcist for the first time, and I thought it was pretty kind of hilarious. Now that I'm a little bit older, I definitely think I can appreciate it more. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's like it's more scary now than it was when I was a teenager or whenever I saw it for the first time, but I can appreciate it more for what it is. But no, there hasn't been one. Do you know what one that I thought was quite good in, like, in it being scary and how effective it was? In this, being a projectionist in the cinema, you would, like, when you would make up the film, depending on what cinema you worked in at the time, but most of the ones I worked in, you would come into work in the morning and you would, like, watch the print, make sure the print was okay before, the movie opened on a Friday night to the public. So one, I thought I was, like, really, like, really scared watching, in the dark on your own, nobody else on the screen, just you. One I thought was really cool, really frightening, was the very first Paranormal Activity. I thought that was really well done. Man, that guy, what is his name? The director. His name is completely gone out of my mind. I thought the first Paranormal Activity was really well done, really effective. That was one, but I watched it all through. I didn't have to turn it off or anything like that. Jumping back over to the chat again, guys. Billy, by the way, congrats. No worries. Yeah, thanks, Billy. You have a true video store vibe to your channel, which is great. You are sitting in front of a cabinet of movies like every other YouTuber out there, but yours has this old school vibe. Yeah, thanks. A lot of people like the I'll jump back to the bigger screen here so you could. Yeah, I used to have this over in that corner. You guys have watched the channel for a while, so when I kind of jigged the room, I was able to kind of move and make this kind of wall. The problem, do you know what, Billy? The problem is, like, a lot of stuff like Back to the Future. I never get the sides right, guys. You think I would know the sides by now? Stuff like Back to the Future and Battle Royale and, like, The Fog, stuff that's facing out. I'm running out of space. This is almost full. This unit goes down to the floor. So those front-facing, I done it again. Those front-facing ones are going to have to go sideways to kind of make a bit of space. But yeah, I love a good shelf. Love a good shelf reorganization. The Patreon, Dave and Chris, all those Patreon guys will know. I did a video on rearranging this over and over and over, and, like, losing my mind doing it. But madness, yeah. Keith, for your pictures, I know you're a massive Carpenter fan like myself. Have you seen him live in concert yet? No, Keith. I missed when they were here in Dublin. I did miss them, but I was I don't know if you have this as well, Keith. This went out of print for a little while. The Carpenter Live retrospective. This is a Blu-ray he released through his website. I think this is. Jeez, I forgot. I don't know if I've done a review of this on the channel. Oh no, I don't think I did, guys. I had planned on doing a review of this. Yeah. So if you guys are not familiar, John now kind of, is basically a musician, and he kind of tours, plays all his music. His son, Cody Carpenter, is in the band as well with him. His grandson, Daniel Davies, plays the guitars, and there is, who is the other guys? John Spiker, John Kineski, and Scott Seaver is the other guys in the band. This, I think, was filmed, I think it was filmed in London and, like, oh God, somewhere in the States. The footage is split between the two. But yeah, Keith, if you haven't got this, I'd highly recommend. It went out of print for a while, but then I noticed it was back on. It's either, I don't know if it's John's website or if it's like the the kind of production company thing he has. It's available on one of those. Anyway, Keith, so do check that out. If you've seen him live, then you know how good he is. So Cinema Dave, the Bergman box set is a gem. Yeah, guys, Dave, didn't you do videos about it and stuff, or you kind of cover, you kind of documented watching it and stuff like that? I know I've spoken to you about it, and I've spoken Inside My Movie Collection. Cinema Dave showed that on that episode, and my friend Gavino that I had on Inside My Movie Collection, he showed it on his one as well. Chris, I really enjoyed the Zatoichi set. They are much higher quality than I was expecting and make for a welcome break from the other heavier movies. So there, that guys, who was that asking about CF Billy? Yeah, Chris recommends that one. Chris knows what he's talking about, so I would say that's cool there. Don't Does, thanks for checking out the stream. Seeing Blu-ray say remastered in 4K not put you off buying, as it's a pretty good chance they will be released on 4K UHD. Congrats on the subs. Yeah, thanks, really appreciate it. Yeah, they're like, that is so deceiving, those Blu-rays that are like, I mean, where is my stuff here? Like, as an example, Criterion, I don't have the, but you guys know the, director approved 2 Blu-ray special edition features new 4K digital master. This just happens to be The Irishman, but yeah, it's not 4K, and some people think they are, and I feel like people are kind of getting cheated out of stuff there, so that's so annoying. Yep, The Exorcist is still one of the only movies to this day that affects me. Would kill for it on 4K with the Atmos soundtrack. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Exorcist restored properly in 4K with an Atmos track. Yeah, that would be really cool. The screams and the sounds coming from the attic would be crazy. Yeah, absolute madness they would be. Colum O is in the chat. Colum, thanks for checking out the stream. This is my friend Colum that I'm always talking about, guys, in the videos and stuff. That gave me the Star Trek fact files that me and Cinema Dave use on the Star Trek streams. How proud of you of the IMAX documentary you made a couple of years ago. It's right here behind me. So I was saying earlier on the stream, guys, that I made a couple of documentaries. So years and years ago, Colin was my boss in Dublin's only true and original IMAX cinema, IMAX theatre it was called at the time. It lasted for like about 2 years. It closed down years ago. It's been replaced now by a Cineworld cinema, which was really cool because I got to work in that same building in Cineworld as a projectionist after working in IMAX as floor staff. So that was really cool. So I rounded up the troops, isn't that right, Colin? And I got everyone together and we made, ahead of its time, the story of Dublin's original IMAX cinema. And this is a documentary I made about the cinema. And here's a Blu-ray. I kind of was selling the Blu-ray. I got these kind of IMAX thing, like, limited edition replica IMAX film frame made for the Blu-ray and stuff. Yes, this is probably the greatest documentary thing I've ever made. Undertaking that task, getting everyone together and filming, editing and stuff was something I don't think I'll do again, even though I would kind of liked it. But yeah, really proud of that one, Colin. Thanks for the question. Thanks for watching all the videos. Thanks for all the free stuff you give me. And thanks for the support as always. Jumping back to the chat again. Cinema Dave, do you have a favourite band or record these days? Great question, Dave. I, as you will know, Dave, because you're a member of the Patreon, and the YouTube members and stuff, I'm currently kind of doing my complete music collection on Patreon as an ongoing series. So another when I had the filming business, guys, so like I had a DJ business, like a mobile DJ business for a couple of years, where you would book me to be the DJ at your 21st birthday or 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, done a couple of 70ths as well. Yeah, so I listen to a lot of stuff. Dave, favorite band? Oh God, it would like there's a lot of stuff like Pearl. I really like Pearl Jam. Big fan of Pearl Jam. U2. I kind of go on and off of U2. Sometimes I really like them. Sometimes they annoy me. I have all their stuff. A favorite record these days. I would kind of listen to anything. Do you know what I got on vinyl recently, Dave, that I really enjoyed? And I really enjoyed the movie as well. It should be here behind me somewhere. But it's not. Oh, wait, you know what? Has a slip cover. Sorry, guys. I have slip covers arranged differently to just A to Z. I really like the soundtrack and the movie Promising Young Woman. I recommend checking that out. There's a nice mixture of stuff on there, kind of like, you know, just it's kind of like nightclubby kind of stuff, but there's some kind of like nice stuff on that that I like as well. Blues Brothers. I know you were talking about Blues Brothers recently, Dave, on your channel as well. I love Blues Brothers. The soundtrack to that is fantastic as well. Really love that. V for Victory 66. How do you arrange your movies on your shelves alphabetically genre? Let me jump back to the main screen here. Give me 1 second, guys, to get a sub of Coke, because this will be a long explanation. Okay, so it's alphabetical mainly, but so what you'll see here is I have 1, 2, 3. This is all my Batman stuff. It's kind of arranged DVD going into Blu-ray, going into 4K is how I've done that. Then here I have a little Carpenter section, the Studio Canals. Then I kind of do this weird, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys all the way down to the floor, but basically next section is Arrow. I start with box sets, then anything that has a slipcover, and then Amaray cases, which continues down to here. Then Arrow Academy box sets, Arrow Academy Amarays, Criterion box sets, which is basically just Bruce Lee because the Bergman stuff and all is up above, like I showed you. Criterion slips, and then Amaray. So basically, how I have certain labels here. So then, like of Flicker Alley, then I have Umbrella Entertainment, which is here. Then I have 101 Films, the slips, the black label, slips, Amarays, and then basically here, from here on, this is box sets A to Z, which goes all the way to, actually right behind me, sorry guys, to here. Then what I do is I have 4K steelbooks, 4K anything with a slipcover, and then 4K Amaray cases, and then the same with Blu-ray. Where are they? Oh my god, guys, I'm getting lost in my own collection here. Over here, Blu-ray, 4K Amaray, then it's like Blu-ray steelbook, Blu-ray slipcovers, which goes to about here behind me, and then it's just Blu-ray Amarays, and then the bottom is DVD box sets. But it's all, other than the Batman stuff, arranged not in alphabetical order. Everything else is alphabetical order, if that makes sense. I know it's a long-winded answer, but I'm real specific about how I put this together behind me. And I'm always changing it because I get bored of how it looks in videos, so I'm constantly changing it. But that was a great question. Let me jump back into the chat, guys. Billy was saying, thanks to Chris, for the Zatoichi thing. Forgotten World, any actors, actresses that you cannot stand to watch? Do you know what, Forgotten World? I uploaded a video earlier on today where I was talking about my adventure watching phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I said in that video, I'm not a big fan of Robert Downey Jr. I cannot stand him. I have not watched him in any videos, any movies, I should say. But I wanted to kind of document me watching the Marvel stuff for the first time, and obviously he's in the 3 Iron Man movies and the Avengers and stuff. And I didn't care for him in Iron Man 1 and 2, but I really enjoyed Iron Man 3. I thought he was quite good in that one. There was the kid, Luke, he was doing some comedy stuff with the little kid. I really liked that. But he's somebody other than the Marvel stuff, I don't think I'm going to be pushed about seeing him in other movies or anything like that. There's probably like a bunch of actors and actresses that I don't like. Off the top of my head, like right now, I don't think I can think of anyone else. To be honest, like I always, like when I was a kid, when I was younger, like Will Smith was really big at the time, like Independence Day, Men in Black, and then as I got older, I just didn't really care for him and stuff, if that makes sense. Actresses, oh god, I'm trying to think. I talking about Promising Young Woman, I wasn't completely sold on Carey Mulligan either earlier on in her career, and I think she's fantastic now. So that would be like a turnaround on somebody, I guess. Jump back into the chat for a second. V for Victory, I'm lost too. Yeah, see, it's just, this is like how my brain works. I need to have this, it makes sense to me. And I think that's like important to like people, like sometimes people ask about what's the right way to kind of arrange your stuff. There's no right way, like I always say in the videos where I rank the movie franchises, there's no the proper ranking or the proper way to arrange the movies is whatever way you want to do it, and this is just the way I do it. If you think that's good and you'll get an idea out of it, that's a plus for me. Silly Big Hat, thanks man, thanks for checking out the stream. He's great in Wonder Boys. Robert Downey Jr. is it? I don't think I've seen Wonder Boys, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, keep throwing the questions in, guys. I have a couple more movies to talk about. I went on a bit of a Scarlett Johansson buzz, so I grabbed Ghost in the Shell 4K Blu-ray combo here. 4K, wow, phenomenal on this one. I really enjoyed this movie, guys. Really cool. Great idea. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, big fan of Scarlett Johansson. So, Ghost in the Shell, pretty cool. I think isn't there like an anime, like a '94 anime or something of Ghost in the Shell, I want to say. And then on the Scarlett Johansson buzz, next one up, I watched. I bought, but I bought Under the Skin, guys, and I kind of thinking I hadn't seen it. And then, when I watched it, I was kind of like, this looks familiar. And then the whole ending of this movie, I was like, yep, I've seen this before. Or I've at least seen the ending of the movie before. I don't really know how I saw the end, but kind of couldn't remember the whole her driving around in the van. But yeah, a really weird movie. I thought she was quite a strange one for her. But yeah, that was, that's another one there. Let me see here. Next one, 4K Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Loved these as a kid. I don't know why they haven't brought out Bogus Journey yet, unless there's an issue with. No, I was going to say an issue with Studio Canal though. Unless there's an issue with distributor and stuff. But I'll be honest with you guys, I put this on while I was sitting scanning all the barcodes into the app on the phone, so it was on in the background. And as far as I can recall, 4K looks pretty cool. There wasn't a great audio track on this, I don't recall. Yeah, only a 2-channel DTS HD master audio, no Atmos or anything like that, not even like a surround mix or anything. But that was the next couple of ones. Actually Dave, you were talking about music earlier. Here's a music, this is a DVD. I still buy DVDs, guys, when I can't get stuff on Blu-ray or 4K. Angels and Airwaves, Cinema Dave, if you're still watching. Angels and Airwaves is a band I really like. They kind of started out of Tom DeLonge leaving Blink-182. It features one of my favourite drummers ever, Adam Willard. This is like a DVD called Angels and Airwaves Start the Machine. Angels and Airwaves is the name of the band. Start the Machine is like this documentary of basically Tom DeLonge leaving Blink-182, forming the band and recording the album. I had like a bootleg DVD-R of this for years and I couldn't get it anywhere. And then through eBay, I was able to grab this, like, I think it's a German release, if I'm correct, the proper DVD. So I was delighted to get that one into the collection. Jump back over to the chat, guys. I see some stuff happening over here. Forgotten World, can't forget she was in Eight-Legged Freaks. Yes, Scarlett Johansson was in Eight-Legged Freaks. Yes, see, so we're connecting it back to the first movie that I ever made up. Not a big Robert Downey Jr. fan myself. Really enjoyed A Guide to Recognising Your Saints. That's actually, funny you mentioned that. I have a list, I have a notebook somewhere with a list of movies that when I used to read. Do you guys remember reading like Empire and Total Film magazine and stuff? Like, I know they're still around. They're quite pricey the last time I saw them, but when I used to read a review of something that was good, I'd kind of write it down to kind of buy or whatever, look at buying later on. And A Guide to Recognising Your Saints is on my list, and I couldn't remember what it was. But yeah, definitely, if it was on my list, I put it on the list for some reason, so I'll have to check that out. CF Billy, favourite movie related tattoo? Oh geez. I did a video on the channel a while back, guys, about like my tattoos. Like there's so many of them. Like I'm looking now and I'm like, I have Beetlejuice, I have Gremlins, like I have Alien, I have what else have I got? Jesus, I have so many. My favorite one, I'm going to have to stand up for this one. So I have a massive tattoo of Jack Nicholson as Joker on my leg because I love Batman 89. So hang on 1 second, guys. Yeah, that would probably be my favorite movie related tattoo. Just because it took ages to do. And it looks pretty cool. Like I have a portrait of Sharon Tate on my other leg as well. Really big Sharon Tate fan. Um, Maybe those two, that and the Jack Nicholson, just because they're huge, and took forever to do and stuff. Let me jump back over to the chat. Cinema Dave looks like a great documentary. Yeah, Dave, maybe it's on stream, and I don't know if you could track it down. The music, I don't know. Maybe you would like it. I know you're like me, Spotify. I love Spotify to be able to kind of preview whether I'm going to buy an album or not. So yeah, check them out on Spotify, Dave Angels and Airwaves. V for Victory 66. I got the Blu-ray of Bill and Ted Looks Great. Yeah, I don't know who I was talking to recently on a video about, like, it probably could have been Barry Wolfman's Got Nerds when I was a guest on his channel, about people who like Blu-ray is fine. Like, it's only when I made the move to 4K when I kind of realized, like, oh man, 4K is awesome. But there's nothing wrong with Blu-ray. Sometimes those 4K restorations are not very good, guys, and you'd probably be better off with a Blu-ray. Somebody commented earlier on my Marvel video that I put up earlier saying you should have watched them in 4K. The problem I have with that is they were all the digital intermediate for those is all 2K, so those 4K discs are like a blow up. I keep repeating myself, guys, because I said it in the video. So the Blu-ray is, I sometimes think, is going to look better. Like, an example I have of that is where is my Blu-ray slips? Over here. I went with Birds of Prey on Blu-ray because the 4K was way overpriced and 2K digital intermediate. So the Blu-ray I thought was going to look fine. There was going to be no issues with that at all. So that's, sometimes you're fine with Blu-ray. Colin, what are you missing from your collection that you haven't been able to track down yet? And what would be a dream future single or box set release? Jeez, Colin, coming in with the with the hard questions. Keith asked something similar earlier on. Something that I want to add to the collection I haven't been able to track down yet is there's a couple of different versions of Halloween on Laserdisc. Because I still have the Laserdisc player that works. But they're always like €100 whenever I see them on eBay. So I'm not spending €100 on a Laserdisc. That's madness. A dream future single or box set release. I made a video which you will have watched, Colin, because you watch all the stuff. It has to be last year, on the channel, where I kind of sort of done this thing where it was like I'm going to pick. Sorry, I'm just trying to like fix this angle. It kind of looks like I'm all off. I'm going to pick 5 movies that I want to come onto 4K, and as of now, 3 of those 5 movies have gotten to 4K. So I have this DVD, this Blu-ray with a retro VHS slip. So The Crow, I want The Crow on 4K. I want it restored properly. There is a 4K restoration of The Crow that was done in Japan, but it's a 4K master and it's released on Blu-ray, but it's like €70 or something. I'm not paying €70 for The Crow. So The Crow is definitely top of my list. The other one I would like to see in 4K, and I don't know if they can restore it or not, would be, and I said it in the video, is Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think these movies look fantastic in black and white on Blu-ray. So if they could bring up some extra detail in 4K and maybe put together like a surround mix. I don't know what sort of mix is on this. It's probably like a DTS dual mono. So they've never done anything other than of 2 different steelbooks of this, guys, but they've never done anything higher than a stereo mix, a dual mono stereo mix of Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think that would look great in 4K, and if they could kind of create a new kind of Atmos mix or something, or like a surround mix, that would be really cool. Fantastic stuff. Yes, Colin, fantastic stuff. V for Victory. I got that Batman 60s TV series collection too. Love it. Yeah, this one up here. I'm still making my way through it. I always say that, guys, when I watch that. It, like, I can watch a couple of episodes of it and then it, like, really, like, it's just too campy, over the top sometimes for me, so I lose interest in it. Do you know, actually, because Colum's in the chat there. Colum has been at me for the longest time. I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead, guys. Where is Negan's Funko Pop? Is way up there. just because Colum's been at me for the longest time to start watching Fear the Walking Dead. I started it last night, Colum, and I'm nearly finished season 1. So it's slow, but I think, as you said, it'll probably pick up at some point. But yeah, that's kind of TV stuff. That's what I'm kind of watching now at the moment. I'm going to blast through, guys. I just have a few more things that I've kind of been watching recently, but keep the questions coming in. I know I've gone over the hour here, but I'll keep going for a little while if you want to keep throwing in some questions. This one got sent to me to review. I did review it. If you're following me on Instagram here, I kind of reviewed this in a reel, I guess the videos are called. This is a brand new distribution company in the UK called Plumeria Pictures. So this movie is called Soft Top Hard Shoulder. It's like a Scottish English movie. It has this like minimalistic slip cover here with this kind of art. Now, what I would say about this release, guys, it's one of these where it's so tight in the slip. Now that I have it out, I'm not going to get it back in, but there is nobody of note in the cast here except Richard Wilson. I guess if you're from Ireland or England, you know Richard Wilson. You know, not One Foot in the Grave. What was he in the I Don't Believe It? That guy with the catchphrase. Chris Rea does the soundtrack to this. It's basically like a kind of a funny road trip movie. This guy is trying to make it home to Scotland from London to kind of get an inheritance and. That, did you hear that pop? Like you have to kind of pop it back in. But that was another thing I watched recently. I picked up the Beavis and Butthead complete collection. This was a bit of a bummer, guys. I pre-ordered this off Zavvi. It was listed as a Blu-ray off Zavvi, but it's actually a DVD. It's nowhere has it as there is no Blu-ray release. And I emailed complaining, and they basically were like, yeah, we'll get back to you. And that was kind of it, So volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the movie Beavis and Butthead to America. I've watched volumes 1 and 2, and I wanted a break from Beavis and Butthead, so that's how I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead now. The last video, one of the last things I watched, isn't it? I'm just consulting my list here. No, I apologize, guys. The Friends reunion, I watched that. It was good. I didn't care for James Corden in there, but anyways, he was in it. He wasn't in it for too long, so that was good. I love Friends. I have all the old DVD box sets that make up the city landscape on the kind of the mural on the side. I need to upgrade to Blu-ray just in case those DVDs kind of, decide they're not going to work anymore. I keep saying that. But yeah, I loved Friends when it was on, watched it all the time. So that was really cool to kind of see that reunion. Somebody was asking about Army of the Dead. I watched it, what's today, Sunday? I think I watched it on Friday night. I tried to avoid some stuff online about it. I saw some people complaining about the zombies, which I really don't get. Like, I've no issue with fast kind of zombies or slow zombies either. I don't have a preference. I don't mind. It was okay. I like the idea of the let's go in and get the money, the heist kind of a thing. Sorry guys, I'm just like spoiling Army of the Dead here if you haven't seen it. Like, jeez. I liked the kind of plot to it, but then it was like 2:25. Like, Snyder likes to take his time with stuff, doesn't he, and kind of make everything a little bit longer than it probably needs to be. But Army of the Dead, I did watch. I liked it. Barry Wolfman's Got Nerds, guys, check out his channel. He done a really great review of it recently. He uploaded to his channel where he was talking about the technical side of it, the lenses, because that really shallow depth of field. On those. On Army of the Dead, he used like really old 60s lenses or something on digital cameras to kind of get this, I guess, like this artistic look that he wanted to get. So I finished off the last season of The Walking Dead. I was missing an episode. The Negan kind of episode was fantastic. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's unbelievable. I love Negan. I dressed up as Negan for a kid's Halloween disco I DJ'd a couple of years ago. But and then the last thing I reviewed, and this came and I was kind of like, I watched it that day and I was like, I'll stick a video up on the channel. I don't think it's going to do good, and I completely forgot this didn't come out in physical media in the States, and it blew up and it's like 4,000 views. I got the 4K of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, I'm like blown away by how many people watched that video. If you guys are watching this and you're from the States, I know everybody commented on my review of this going like, when's it coming out in the States? When do we get the physical media? I don't know. And what I probably should have said in the video, and I didn't kind of really think till after the fact, was because we can't get HBO Max over here in like Ireland or like Europe, I guess. That's probably why it got a physical media release here. You guys in the States are kind of stuck with HBO Max until they decide to bring it out. I'm sure they will. They're not going to miss the chance of selling a bunch more physical media to everyone in the States, but a lot of people in the comments were looking for a reason why, and that's the only thing I can come up with, guys, that they want to push HBO Max, so that's where you're kind of stuck with that. So that was everything I watched from the last like watch list, guys. I wanted to kind of mix that in here with the live chat questions and stuff. So let me have a few more questions here. If you're an Angels and Airwaves, you need to see Love movie on Blu-ray. Yeah, I have it up over there. I have the Love double album. I don't think I have the Blu-ray actually. I think it's the double album DVD kind of box set thing. I don't want to jump off camera again, guys, but yeah, I do have it. It's up over there. If you're a fan of the band, the music lifts it up to another level. Goosebumps all the way. Yeah, I love them. I think they're fantastic. I've been a fan of them from the start. And I liked Blink anyway. And as I said, I'm a big fan of Adam Willard, like the drummer. He was the original drummer in Angels and Airwaves. He was drummer in Rocker from the Crypt, and he's drumming with Against Me now. They're another kind of a cool kind of punk band that I like. CF Billy, don't waste your money on 4K Marvel movies. Such a waste. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the Blu-rays. The Blu-rays look fine. That's, some stuff you have to be careful with what you're going to spend on. Favorite original Universal monster movie, Creature, definitely. Only haven't seen Creature. I'll have to watch it tonight to make it. Yeah, definitely, Billy. I was a fan of Creature from the Black Lagoon anyway, and then I got the this. I know there's like a slimmer version, but I got this Universal Monsters Blu-ray box set. So this is like, you can see there, it says Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Big fan of Bride of Frankenstein as well, which I have the Alex Ross steelbook has some fantastic artwork there and there. Yeah, I would say those two, Creature and Bride, is probably my favourite two Universal Monster ones. I know there's a bigger Universal Monsters box set than that one. I don't have it, and I think it's quite expensive, so that's why I don't have that one. Forgotten World, James Corden was the worst thing about the Friends reunion. Yeah, I don't know why he was chosen. I'm not too sure what that was about. It was at least he wasn't in the whole thing. That's what I kind of came away from. At least he wasn't in the whole show, so we get to see the cast off on their own and stuff. Keith Euphoria, I have all the Marvel movies on 4K, and for me it comes down to all the question of HDR and resolution. There's a big uptick in quality, and it's all down to HDR. Yeah, I've been noticing that, Keith, when the last couple of reviews I'm trying to do like screenshots comparing the 4K to the Blu-ray, and it's to me the Blu-rays just look like this whitewash, like there's just like white brightness to them. The high dynamic range is obviously a bigger color range with 4K if there's HDR on it. So yeah, I think the thing for me, Keith, with the Marvel movies is I think I could be wrong in saying they all have, but a lot of them have that 2K digital intermediate, so they technically are a blow up from 2K to 4K, but those, they probably look, as you have the 4K, so like they look good in any way. So I know a lot of like I'm talking about like here's a blue, or here's a 4K. I really like The Witch, which is not a 4K. It's a blow up from a 2K. But it's oh my god, the disc is loose. I hate that, guys. How did that come loose? Oh, it's just a digital copy. All the little bits are broken in the case. Oh damn it! I'm gonna have to put that into a sleeve or something, because it's gonna like flop around and wreck everything. Yeah, The Witch, like it still looks great on the 4K disc, but it's just technically not 4K. It's like what we were talking about earlier with the 4K remastered on Blu-ray. It kind of tricks people into thinking they're buying a 4K and they're not. Like, that's kind of like the deception kind of annoys me. CF Billy, the idea for Army of the Dead is golden, but whoever wrote it has the mental capability of Michael Bay. Biggest disappointment of the year so far for me. Really, did you disliked it that much? Yeah. Sorry, you said the question earlier. Did you watch it, and how much did you dislike it? I didn't dislike it that much. I think it was. I would watch it again, just not right now. I don't have another 2.5 hours to sit and watch it. They could probably cut a lot of that out. Like, I wonder, will that get, talking about Snyder, like physical media, will Army of the Dead get a release? Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's going on with Netflix? Physical media releases, guys. I know Dave was talking on Cinema. Dave was talking on his live stream about Stranger Things. Like, I have the is it the Target, like in the US, the retro the VHS kind of 4K box sets of Stranger Things 1 and 2, and 3 just never came out. I think season 4 is coming later this year. I think I'm not 100%, but Love is actually a movie, not the 2 disc album. Yeah, I know it is a movie. I have the movie. That's what I'm saying. I have. There's. What is the name of it? Hang on, actually, for a second. Yeah, so this is, sorry, wait till I go back to the thing. So this is the set that I have. It's the 2 albums and the movie. This deluxe CD has a slip. That comes off, and then you, what do you have actually? What is this? There's like a booklet, is there? Or it's a poster. Yeah, you get a poster and a book. You get Love Album Part 1, Love Album Part 2, and then Love the movie. But it's DVD, it's not Blu-ray. Do you have the Blu-ray? Does it look good? Is it worth? Would it be worth kind of getting? Picking up on Blu-ray? Always looking to upgrade, guys. Cost me a fortune again. Jump back over to the chat. Victory 66 Universal Monster set is awesome. Yeah, that's an older one. That it has been re-released with like a slimmer kind of case. That one has like postcards and stuff like that in it, which is really cool. I like getting stuff like that to have. Forgotten World, the ending to The Witch is super creepy. Yeah, I really liked it. I know some people didn't like the ending. I thought it was fantastic. I won't spoil it for you guys here, but yeah, The Witch, if you haven't seen it, really, really cool. Cinema Dave, Stranger Things Season 3 is out June from what I read. Yes, sorry, you and Jesse said that in your live stream. I think, didn't Jesse look it up? It's, yeah, so Stranger Things Season 3. I hope, I think you have those the VHS style boxes as well, don't you, Dave? I have the 4K ones with the Blu-ray discs are in them as well, but I hope they do the VHS style boxes, because I hate that when you start kind of, you know, and you have to switch to kind of something else, because I've done that with a couple of TV shows where I've bought certain box sets and then I've imported ones like from the States and they're different, and it just kind of doesn't match up on the shelf, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so we've nearly gone like an hour and a half here, guys, which is pretty cool. If you have any more questions you want to throw them in, I think we might wrap up here. I'll quickly jump over and show you the plug for the old Patreon. As I said, Dave and Chris in there are members of the Patreon. You know, they'll tell you, I throw up a video. I try to do one a week, and then like I do an early access thing as well. There's behind the scenes stuff. YouTube membership or YouTube members is basically Patreon through YouTube, but Patreon is kind of easier for me to deal with. So there it is on screen, guys. If you want to sign up, there is €1 a month gets your name on the videos. Thank yous. People's names are listed on the videos. 3 a month gets you access to all the videos, and then 7 is the highest a month. We do like group Zoom things and stuff, which reminds me we need to schedule another one of those for those Patreon people. But yeah, I'll jump back into the chat here before we wrap up, guys. Did it look brilliant? Yeah, Blu-ray is stunning. We're talking about Love, the Angels and Airwaves. Was hard to find, right? Yeah, because like I said, with the start, dropped it. Like I was saying, with that Start the Machine, I couldn't. I ended up buying like somebody made it for me, basically. Not made it for me, but was selling it on eBay, and then I finally got the proper one. Yeah, some stuff is like really hard to find. Digital download. Yeah, I'm not big into the having like a digital library of stuff. So I'll have a look for the Blu-ray and see if I can get a hold of it. Cinema Dave, yeah, I have the Target exclusive with the VHS. Yeah, they're awesome looking boxes, and I think there was like, didn't they put like fake photographs of the cast behind the scenes or something in season 2? I think that was maybe, and the like the retro VHS stickers is really really cool on it as well. V for Victory. Enjoyed the stream, fun chat. What country are you from? I'm from Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. CF Billy, favorite Netflix show that got cancelled. Punisher and Altered Carbon for me. Altered Carbon is another one my friend Colin told me to get onto, and I haven't watched it yet. Netflix show that got cancelled. See, I don't have Netflix myself here. My sister has Netflix, so that's how I watch my stuff on Netflix. Do you know what? I mean, show that got cancelled that I was kind of annoyed about was the High Fidelity TV show. I'm a big fan of the film, a big fan of Cusack. I got the book, but I never read it yet. I really liked the High Fidelity TV show. I think that was an Amazon Prime thing, though, if I'm right, wasn't it? I really liked that. And I thought Zoe Kravitz was great. I liked that they switched the role like to a woman instead of the guy. But it just got cancelled, so that was kind of, they never really got to kind of finish it, so that was kind of the end of that. But if that counts as a cancelled thing, yeah, I don't know. Netflix, what happened to Making a Murderer? Like, that was a great, like, I love all those Netflix murder things. I don't know, like, why wasn't there more to happen with Making a Murderer? I don't know what happened there. Guess was Ireland. Yeah, yay, up Ireland, just down the road in Wexford. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, everyone's kind of here. Colum, did you finish the John Hughes box set? Any other surprises like planes, trains? Yeah, Colum, I was talking about the John Hughes box set earlier. I finished all of them. I think she's having a baby. I would say it wasn't the one I was like most thrilled about. It was okay. Pretty in Pink was really good with Molly Ringwald, Harry Dean Stanton, and Some Kind of Wonderful was really great as well. Yeah, I talked about that earlier on the stream. Sorry, when I was going through the stuff I've watched earlier on in the month, but yeah, I did finish them. And yeah, solid boy. Solid addition to the collection. Mo, greetings from Texas, Northern Channel. Keep the videos coming. Thanks so much. I'm just about to finish up here. You've just come in on the tail end of the live stream here. But yeah, any other questions, guys? You want to throw at me before I kind of go here and wrap it up? Once again, I really appreciate all the subs we've gotten to. Let me just check the phone before I go. I think it was like 3,000. Oh my God, what is it like? 3,123, which is absolutely crazy. Like, I was trying to hit the 3K for a while, and I remember kind of putting up on Twitter where I was 70 away, and then I was like, oh, I'm 50 away, I'm 30 away, I'm 20 away, and then like, oh no, I'm 30 away again. You know the way the numbers go on YouTube, it kind of jumps back and forth. But yeah, I think that's the reviewing the Snyder Cut just kind of pushed everything a little bit further. So yeah, the goal, like, I would love to get to 4K by the end of the year. That would be really cool. But 3K is pretty awesome. Having everybody in there. Forgotten World, I haven't seen the TV show, but High Fidelity is a fantastic film. Yeah, I love the film. As I said, I'm a big fan of Cusack, so it's a really great film. It's a book as well. I bought the book, Nick Hornby book, but I never I didn't read it yet. And yeah, if you like the film, basically Rob Gordon is a woman in the TV show played by Zoe Kravitz. I think she's fantastic. Yeah, she's really great in there. Highly recommend checking it out. I think it was an Amazon Prime thing. I'm not 100% sure on that. Cinema Dave, congrats again, Rob. Hope you have a good night. Thanks so much, Dave and Jesse. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to me and Dave, guys, do the Star Trek live stream. So next Sunday we'll be doing the Star Trek Generations live stream over on Dave's channel. So don't forget to sub to Dave's channel so you can keep up. We're watching all the Star Trek movies in chronological order, and we're on Generations now. So we're keeping rankings of the movies as well. We kind of discussed the movie, so it'll be a spoiler kind of a thing, guys. But yeah, I'll be watching Generations during the week now to make a few notes for the live stream. So I invite you guys to watch and kind of join along with me and Cinema Dave, and jump in the chat. That'd be really cool. So yeah, I think that kind of does it, guys. Yeah, we've done about an hour and a half here. It was really cool. As I say, really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. It's really awesome. Thanks for all the comments and stuff, watching the videos as well, all the Patreon and the YouTube membership members. I really appreciate all your support as well. I have some cool stuff hopefully coming during the week. We'll probably have like a video during the week, like some kind of movie clothing stuff. I can't really talk about it until until I get it and do the video, but that's coming. And yeah, again, I'm a big fan of John Carpenter. I got my line in, yes. Yeah, I have a 24-hour movie challenge, John Carpenter, dropping on the channel this day, next weekend. So yeah, that's I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think of that, because I was talking earlier, I do kind of enjoy putting some filmmaking stuff into the videos with the music and the b-roll and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that'll be kind of the next thing I'm looking forward to, kind of seeing what you guys think of. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching the stream here. Thanks so much, guys, and can't wait to see you guys on the next live stream. I'll do another one soon, and yeah, that does it. Thanks for the 3K, guys, really awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one.